Well, hello model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Raul, and this week I'm going to feature a build here of a very unique car, and this model has always gotten quite a bit of attention when I've shown it, or even when I get some guys over and they're checking out my model collection here, and they see this one and it just really catches their attention. So it's quite an eye-popping car here, and in this color and everything. But when it came to the Coronet RT for 1970, they're pretty rare. They didn't sell a whole lot of these, and interestingly, they stuck to their guns, unlike Roadrunner and GTX. You know, you could get a Roadrunner and a GTX in convertible form, but Dodge, no. The Super B was strictly hardtop only. You couldn't get a convertible. So if you wanted a convertible, you had to get the Coronet RT, and that was pretty much it, which is what this is. And they weren't really a hot seller, and I don't know why. I mean, I love the front end on these and the way they look, and both hood options. They just really, snarl at you, and I just think they're mean and cool all at the same time. But it was a love it or hate it, and I guess at the time it wasn't very well loved when they were selling these. But when it came to the Coronet RT convertible, there was only a total of 296 of them made. You know, they're very rare, and then you basically got, your standard engine was the 440, the 375 horse 440. The next engine up was the 390 horse 446 pack, which is what I represented with this particular one. And then after that was the Hemi. Now, of course, they're ultra rare. Most of them were the 440s. The 446 packs, there's a total of 16 convertibles that were ever made, and it breaks down to something like 7 4-speeds and 9 automatics as far as the 446 pack. And the N96 Ramcharger hood was optional on the 446 pack, so getting the standard pitchfork hood, as many people call it, on the 446 pack, a number of them were actually ordered that way. And the Hemi, I believe, was standard with the Ramcharger hood. So when it came to that, and I plan to build one of the Hemi convertibles. But when it comes to the Hemis, the numbers are kind of, depending on who you believe. There's one that's advertised heavily because it was on graveyard cars. Every time I see that one, it claims to be one of 2 Hemi convertibles. And that's the Canadian car, and it's a 4-speed. There's a US car that's an automatic. Don't know where that one is or if it still exists. And there's another one that claims the production numbers that there is a second 4-speed car, Hemi 4-speed car, that was a European export. So some say there's 3 Hemi convertibles, some say there's 2 Hemi convertibles. So it's ultra rare when it came to those. And they all had these scoops right here, which were non-functional. They were just there. And like I mentioned, the pitchfork hood. And then you had the Bumblebee stripe, with or without. I believe that it was standard, but you could get it deleted. And then the Coronet RT's rear tail panel here, which this is a resin item added to this, because this was a Super B originally when I built this. That's the only way that it was offered from MPC. And this is the 90s release from back then. But like I said, I built this in 2006, a number of years ago. And it was one of my first convertible conversions. I can't remember exactly which one was first, but it was definitely one of the easier ones where I just took the Super B and just cut the roof off and just Dremeled all of that out. But it was one of the first where these sun visors are actually photo etched, and they're model car garage, and so they're metal, and they're still on there. I'm surprised, and haven't fallen off. The interior, believe it or not, this convertible boot fit really well. It's in a lot of the MPC kits. The dog legs are already there, so a lot of MPC cars, they give you like a convertible interior tub, and even though it's a hardtop kit. And some of them were hardtop and convertibles, but for whatever reason, was never really offered as a convertible in model kit form. Not even sure if they offered a convertible promo for 1970, or a Coronet RT promo for 1970, but I'm not really sure. But I mentioned this tail panel is resin, and it's from AFX and Scale resin, which they're long gone. And same thing, these side scoops were AFX and Scale resin, and I believe this hood was too, or it's Model Haus. I can't quite remember, but it's a resin copy. The original kit came with the pitchfork hood, so there's a number of people that are casting these, and I believe all of these parts are available from a Hearts Parts resin. And I know Missing Link actually offered the hood and the tail panel as well. I think he did the side scoops. Maybe not separately, but I know he did a full-on convertible body conversion, Kevin at Missing Link. But I never bought one of those because I had already built this one. And when I ordered some of these resin parts, I actually ordered a second set of the scoops in the tail panel. And for whatever reason back then, it wasn't a whole lot of money to get that stuff from AFX and Scale. So I'd buy multiples, and with the thoughts of, I'll build another one someday. And I still got those parts, and here it is, 15 years later, and it's still someday I haven't built the other convertible, even though I've got the kits. So, but I really enjoyed building this one, and it's quite unique and really stands out, even though I've got a few areas where they don't quite line up. But here's the full-on chassis underneath, and I painted it, did the over-restored with the Dana, which would be correct behind the 4-speed. And I painted the whole subframe black, which I shouldn't have done. That should be body color, and only the K-member black. But, I didn't have the full accuracy at the time when I was building some of these. And, but I still had fun and enjoying them. But this is one where I really started to get into painting all of the inside of the body so that there was no unpainted areas. So when I flip these over, you don't see any of that stuff. And then that's a Keith Marks decal right there. And I believe that's Fred Cady. But they were also in the kit. Although those were different because the Super Bee had the actual emblem. And there's the 446 pack, which came in the Super Bee kit. And then that's Keith Marks decal as well. But I didn't really do any real extra detail. Just detail painted all of the molded in wiring harnesses, which came out really nice, and all of the engine compartment. Here you can see one of my areas where I fixed it. If I can get you can kind of see the booger right there where I touched it up with paint. As I messed something up there, I don't remember what happened there. And then I got another spot right here where I messed up the paint also, but I just touched it up and kind of went with it, and didn't at the time I really wasn't too good at polishing and getting it out, so I would try and rub it with rubbing compound, but I didn't really sand it. At the time when I had issues like that, I really didn't worry about it. I would just try and make the best out of it, as most of these were just shelf models and I was building for me, and really wasn't concerned about shows, just as long as I was happy with it. Which, I'm very happy with the way this one came out, even though, I'm showing you a couple little flaws. And it's, quite dusty, but a lot of nice detail painting in there, and doing what I could with what I had there, and really liking it. So, and in this one, I left this center section chrome. A number of them I've seen where that's chrome, and the rest of them I've seen that's body color. But I had to go with the Sublime paint with this one. Just these cars just really pop in this color. And I have no idea what color I'll do the Hemi convertible in whenever I get around to actually building that one. But I can build them way faster in my mind than I can actually build them to actually build them. But a lot of nice painting to get the silver to pop on that, and that's just all silver paint. And those are the same taillights that came in the kit. They just fit behind this panel instead. So this is a whole other panel insert. And out of the 446 decal, that's curling up, but that's from one of the monogram kits. Came with those. But really love the way how this one came out. Figured you guys would enjoy it as well, so I had to show it to you. The RT decal right there in the hood, which was molded that way. But just some nice painting and detailing, even though it's got the chrome headlights in there. But and then highlighted and detailed the tires. But this one, fun one to build. Love displaying it, and this completed my Coronet RT collection. Got, all 4 of them, but the 67 being the easiest one to find, and then a resin 68, a resin 69, and then making this 70 with resin conversion kits. So it was one of the first of all of the unusual ones that really nobody had, where I was able to complete the set back then to get all 4 of them. And it's one of the first ones where I really started to go after all the different variants, and kind of snowballed from there. So that's why my collection has so many different ones in resin bodies and conversion kits now, because when you open up the resin door, there's just a number of stuff that is available or was available, and it gets kind of crazy. And that's one of the things I love, where you can make a unique model that nobody else really has, or few people have. But I figured I would show this to you guys. You guys really love the Mopars and everything, and they just really go crazy on my channel. And I love them too, because they're just loud and obnoxious, and that's just one of the things I really love about all of them. But you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday. And please comment. Love the comments, the subscriptions, hit that bell button, all that good stuff, so you get my latest feeds and uploads. But you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday.